republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right.
That's her signature. Look at that signature. Wow.
They signed.
Yeah. She's 20 years old. So.
Registration.
18, yeah. Yeah.
No, it's still required now, yeah.
There's the money.
We had lots of BMV, kids could just print their name, they couldn't sign it.
Jeez.
Even that age, 18.
I tell them you can't have a driver's license.
I don't think my nephew was 17, I don't think he was in grade school in it. I don't think they were teaching it then.
They brought it back as far as you know? No?
That's right.
No, yeah.
I've asked my kids once.
Oh, which are both our granddaughters.
Yeah.
Ava just, how are we talking about?
When did she do this?
It is now in the conference.
You had 21.6 hours. And then right here it was multiplied out. 400, 16.6. And she went down, crossed it out.
The date, or something.
She initialed it. That's how she turned it in for. I mean, that's an awful lot of money, but.
It's lower, what the heck?
Yeah, it's lower, yeah. Yeah.
It doesn't say why, It'd
No.
be nice to know why.
Yeah, I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Oh, February 20th. That's not too far out.
Is there a, maybe
Well, that's when that was signed, it goes by the disposition date.
Yeah, I think the disposition date,
Let's go ahead and, get budget adjustments taken care of.
oh, okay, I have to read all that first, I don't know what that.
This is justifying the charges, of the hour,
Yeah.
the hours.
I just clicked myself out of there, hang on. And now I know.
It's acting, because mine was even, and when I clicked into the, it even was, right click and then open would be that.
Right click on the open.
On the desktop.
No, just right click on,
Where?
no, just get out of that.
Where's this at? Which one is it?
Here, go over to, go right here. I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. Oh, jeez. I was doing that.
It's really touchy.
Sorry about that.
I'll make a motion, Bob to training, 40 hours.
You don't want to hear my answer right now.
I think I can tell you the answer, because mine was probably be exactly the same.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
There we go.
At least it's trying, that's more than I'm doing.
So, okay. Well, anybody want to see any of them? I don't know what any of those are for, actually.
Why don't you just open that one up, let's see, I'm just kind of curious to see what they're training.
Contact tracing grant, oh,
Okay.
they got a grant for,
Yeah.
all right, well, that's good. We look at the next one, too. Well, that's, how they're divvying it out then, yeah.
Different account line.
Okay.
That would take a lot of time.
Oh, my
It
God.
does,
It
Is
does.
that many people?
yeah.
I was just reading something in there that the Coast Guard does it too all the time, contact tracing when they're having, even when they aren't in pandemic times, they do it all the time to keep their people healthy.
Okay, would there be a motion to approve budget adjustments?
I will make that motion.
I'll second.
Is there further discussion? Hearing none, Christie?
Jeff Myers,
Yes.
Bob Hoffman,
Yes.
Glenn Miller.
Yes, budget adjustments have been approved.
And I can also answer you one other thing, training wouldn't even help. Training wouldn't make it any better. You still gotta remember what you're doing.
Can't teach an old dog or what?
Now I can't teach no dog, there you go.
We don't have those things, Bob.
I just can't remember. Well, yeah, you can teach an old dog new tricks, however, there's,
He ain't gonna know it anyhow.
can't remember.
We just study them every day.
Yeah, yeah, you have to do it about every day, yeah.
Yeah. You know, and the keyboard and mouse only works down to about here.
Oh,
You get, further down, it doesn't. The TV, we used to have the antenna hanging on a little extension,
Yep.
and, I don't know if it's still there anymore or not.
Okay, mine is right at my desk, but sometimes I have to jiggle it a little bit,
Really?
It gave me a rejected one, I think, Ryan,
Ryan,
like a bug about it.
he goes in and changes the battery
That one.
every night before he goes home, so it's weaker, and sometimes that's even part of it.
Yeah, I changed the battery.
Okay.
What are these for, Christie?
John, or I mean, admin fees. These are all probably Mommy Valley.
Oh, okay, because they're all the same. Oh, we could probably
They're different
them out, yeah, one's different. Yep, Maumee Valley Planning, okay.
Mhm. For the CHIP program or?
Yeah.
Yep, okay.
For each house, they get like
They get
They
administrative.
get a certain percent, they take a certain percent.
That's how they make their, that's how they.
Yeah, that's how they make their, otherwise we'd be paying them a yearly fee.
Right, right.
You know.
And you almost gotta have them. You know, at first I always thought to myself, what do you got these guys for? But,
You'd have to have at least 2 people
yeah,
in the county just to do that.
yeah.
And
A lot.
for that, that is something I never understood. I know you can do it, you know, you get a certain percent of the money
Yeah.
from grants.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
you get his administrative fees. Dennis is never overcharged on fees. I think
We got a good deal with them, I think.
we got a really
Yeah.
good deal, and sometimes, I thought, why don't you charge us a yearly fee?
Yeah, yeah,
Well, I'm not gonna get too carried away, it's $70,000.
yeah, I don't know.
Or $50,000
Yeah,
on
yeah.
top
Yeah,
of this,
Yeah.
because we would have to hire.
well, we'd have to hire
administer
somebody.
this stuff, we'd have to hire
somebody.
people, just for.
Well, we either have to hire people, we go to an engineering firm probably, like,
Like
Polemeyer or somebody like that.
The company that the landfill uses.
Yeah, yes, well, and guess how much it costs then? Yeah, that would be really expensive then.
No, I'm not suggesting we offer that idea, but if it would happen to come up, I would.
They buy a camera.
I would consider it, seriously.
Transportation
A lot of
bus.
checks out, so that
Camera?
a lot of them.
Yeah.
Flexible wheel battery command. They bought a camera, a total of 17,000. Said camera. Flexible wheel. I wonder if it's a camera that goes in, making tile or something.
Yeah, I wonder.
Navitrax scout locator.
Well, look there, skid kit, universal roller skid
Yeah.
for 6
6 to
to
12
12.
inch pipes, yeah.
Yeah.
Scuba lights and mounts, okay. All right, makes sense. Huh. Okay.
I wonder who Verbal Phil is. I never heard somebody have his name and Verbal Phil. I didn't know Phil was the last name. I had never heard that.
Verbal Phil. He's head honcho, I guess. Must be, apparently
Either, what? Never mind.
Okay.
And I did remember Bob today was Thursday.
Yeah, did you good? That's a step in the right direction.
That's positive.
Any of these other ones you guys want to see?
Just scroll back down. I had looked last, when I went through and paid some regular bills. There were a lot of draws for, Maumee Valley.
Yeah.
Planning.
Yeah.
Vehicle maintenance.
Yeah. We had, and the other day, in the regular bills was the monthly for children's services.
Yeah.
That was in the other day. I noticed that one was in there.
So would there be a motion to approve then and now?
We'll make that motion.
I would second.
Okay, is there any further discussion? Hearing none. Kristen?
Chuck Myers?
Yes.
Bob Hudson?
Yes.
Bud Miller?
Yes, then and now have been approved.
May take a little bit.
What's that?
Your pen drive.
So we have the airport all taken care of.
There, yes.
They, with FAA grants, they can see who opens the document. Apparently it records some information. Well, we had one kind of disappeared and it just got real confusing. We got it taken care of yesterday. And you know where you type my name in? So I tell you, watch, if you get any more things like that, watch at the top, because there usually allows you, there's some way to even sign.
Yeah, that was kind
Well,
of neat.
with that one, I like that.
Yeah, I've never seen that before.
Yeah, like, let's see, the area office on aging uses DocuSign. Well, all what you have to do is sign a piece of paper, copy it, to some kind of a file, and then import it into that. And that Adobe DocuSign or whatever they call it, it's called, allows that to happen. Or, they send you a link via text to your cell phone, and you click on the link, and then their secure, screen pops up where you can sign it. And,
Somebody did like paper, when I bought that, I think it was DocuSign, and you just typed your name in, it didn't give you. Thank you. That was pretty.
doesn't necessarily mean we'll get paid for all that.
I eventually invest in just a couple signature pens staying around. So I would imagine everything's gonna go electronic eventually.
Mm-hmm.
I guess. Did you read that, Rob?
Yeah, did you read it? So
He didn't agree with what he wrote.
apparently the judge didn't agree with it, yeah, and she, I don't know if she gives any.
It sounded like there was a limit, maybe 1,000, but he was requesting more.
Yeah.
He had more hours.
Yeah, because he had more hours, and he requested, but they're hit
Sounded like
there.
she denied.
Order hearing comes from motion, nope. I've never seen one like that before, not that I remember anyhow. He said they had,
For extra hours?
yeah, but she marked it.
Yeah, no, that I haven't seen, but we usually see that in effect from family court.
Yeah,
Where they're required extra work.
yeah, but usually
But I've never seen, yeah.
I've never seen her mark them down, yeah, that's what I'm saying, unless it's happened and I missed it, but that's quite something, so.
Okay, we have to give credit to where credit's due.
Yeah.
Thank you, Judge
yeah.
Amy.
Yeah, to Judge Amy, kudos to her on that one. Okay.
I got $1,000 for, say this, help us on that, well, you know, it's only $4,000.
Right, yeah.
We'll tell you that's what it is.
Yeah. That,
Not today,
yeah.
not today.
Your predecessor his ears got red, I think.
Yep.
Dave, don't you roll your eyes at me.
We were all here like.
That's funny.
Move back out the line or something.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Can we have another resolution, for JFS? And in the matter of the purchase of service contract between Henry County Job and Family Services and Department of Mental Health, Oxford Hospital. Would there be a motion?
I just have a correction on the, it says June 31st, I think it should be June 30th, is that,
You're probably right, I'm the
Is
judge.
that a
is it written on that one? Just
No, it's just me.
Just on here. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
That was correct.
Did you know next year has 31 days in June?
We might be waiting a long time for June 30th.
Yeah, I was going to, under discussion, go through the explanation.
So that's, where's the ink marker at then?
Oh, really?
I'm just asking.
Make sure you stick your name up there too.
No, make a motion.
Motion.
I'll second it.
Okay, then, it goes on to say then that the Board of Henry County Commissioners do hereby approve the purchase of service contract between Henry County Department of Job and Family Services, Department of Mental Health, Foxborough Hospital, with cost of the contract not to exceed the amount of $130,000, with a term of July 1, 2020 through June 30, 2021. I feel better we've got, sometimes we're doing this effective July 1 in October.
Yeah. Yeah, in October, yeah. We've done them already, yeah.
That is a good question. I don't have a good answer.
Possibly.
I'm gonna see if this,
What made you look it up?
Department of Mental Health, Foxborough Hospital, St. Clairsville, Ohio.
I think that's a really expensive one.
Where's St. Clairsville, Ohio?
I want to say southeast.
I believe.
I've never heard of St.
Yeah.
Clairsville, never heard of it.
I think they're.
So, might be a suburb of like,
St. Clairsville, customer.
Looks familiar, but.
It was at Clairs, yeah.
4 hours and 16 minutes. Oh, it's over at Pittsburgh, south of,
It's over on,
south of Youngstown.
okay. Yeah.
so we gotta send somebody over there once a month, no?
That's the one I'm thinking we did JFS, it was like $300 a day, $400 a day.
Kind of like going to, Gen Cross. So it's more of a, probably,
Last resort.
place like, yeah.
This is right, 'cause I know the one that we sent there.
Yeah, 'cause unfortunately, we're having, so many children with real sick.
Yeah,
serious
yes,
issues.
a lot of issues.
It's a shame. Okay, is there any further discussion? Hearing none, Christie?
Jeff Mayer,
Yes.
Bob Hossa,
Yes.
Glenn Miller.
Yes, this, resolution's been approved. This is a lot of that.
Yeah, that was pretty good. That's a pretty good shot.
Yeah. You didn't want to get in its way.
Yeah.
Okay, Christie, do you have anything else? Okay. Since we are, don't have any more resolutions, Jeff? I have an update on, the small business review. You don't have to go into
Yeah.
much detail, but when will the commissioners see that?
Tracy has all the, results and the paperwork, and, he's got 10 businesses to contact because they're missing the paperwork. So they give him a deadline of Monday at noon to turn that paperwork in. So we're trying to get it for us here on Tuesday.
We did have an email, I don't know if you both saw, we did have an email this morning from an individual who tried the link and it didn't work. And
I looked and I didn't see it yet. Well, I have.
yeah, exactly, the link, I think at 6 o'clock Tuesday night, the link was disabled.
Yeah.
And, but I did ask Christopher, to post on, the link, what appears to be a link is still there, it just doesn't work. I asked him to put, under it, application, round one, application period close. Something to that effect. And, there's one signature needed on this.
One on the front there, there's one on the front. Oh, sorry, yeah.
There was no state.
It was on the front.
Strike two.
You're picking it up, Jeff.
Take off this again. You wanna go home yet? Lisa's not even gonna come up to the table, we're picking on it.
It's not her time yet, she's gonna wait as long as she can. Okay, so other than some minor issues, it went real well with the review of the, businesses have to.
Yeah, that was just, we just needed clarification, and we got that from Tracy. Once we got that, then it moved right along.
Okay.
There is one that we went to look at. Other than that, it should be good for Monday.
Okay. Sounds good.
Well, good, that will be, that puts, I think it was estimated, with all applications at around 191,000, wasn't it?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, if there's no proof that here's what the money has been used for, or they didn't use all the money, they can't keep it. It comes,
It
some
has
of
to
it,
come back.
some of it will come back.
Okay.
Yeah. Or unless they incur additional bills that the business owners can prove.
Yeah.
But I think it's a great opportunity that, I think it was important that we help them.
Yeah. Oh, I think so too, because it's not, when everything shuts down, these people are what are you gonna do?
Many individuals are under the impression that, like some of our restaurants, they're just making tons of money. They're not.
No, those
The
people are
margins
making-
are so tight.
Yeah.
Because, for example, how can you look at the pizza, Domino's, Little Caesars, Pizza Hut? How can a locally owned,
Yeah.
other than if they have been in business lots of years,
Yeah.
if they're just an institution in a community,
Yeah.
they can't compete with
No. Now,
with those franchises.
I will say, I know one local business owner that told me I did quite well through this. Well, people can't go out to eat, they called the local pizza place.
Yeah.
And that person did quite well, and she was smiling when she told me that. Well, then, and I said, good for you, I'm glad somebody's gotta make it.
Well, yeah, and there's nothing wrong. The
Nothing wrong.
idea is your business to make money.
You're meant to make money, yeah.
And,
I was happy for that person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, it's easier, you take communities like the size of Napoleon, Wasion, Bryan,
Mhm.
for the mom and pop store to compete with
Yeah.
the large.
Yeah.
But you try to find something that, for example, Walmart, as they've gone in to different communities, small grocery stores have gone out of business, mostly because of price. But, I kept thinking, years ago, why not offer delivery? Why not take care of, calling, here's my order?
Yeah.
That was before things were readily, easily done online, and people were able to, but, look where we're at now.
Yeah.
So, do you have anything else, Bob?
No.
I will be right back to you.
No? Nothing that, I'll talk about here.
Christie, do you have a copy of that, quote for?
The one that we just got last week.
Is that one we got last week?
Or the
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
That will be it.
Cause you're talking about the touchless,
You're talking about the one down.
touchless, are you talking about that?
No, Buckeye Building wants their main door replaced.
Oh, that door,
And
okay.
I'm thinking that we really need to look at that. Because one, we need to look at touchless
Yeah.
or where it's fobbed.
Pop, yeah.
And you can order your door jamb, that one piece of the door jamb, to fit certain sensors.
Okay.
So if the company knows, it's going to be, like at the Board of Elections, a door that they're replacing, Christopher told, the company that's supplying the door and the end frame, that here's what model of device I'm using, and they'll cut that hole.
Oh, okay,
To fit. So,
But see, I thought you were talking about these, or were we gonna make these open doors?
that's what the grant is, touchless.
Yeah, touchless, yeah, so they'd have to be, so we would go up there and wave our fob in front of it, and then it would just open up by itself.
I'm not sure how all that's going to work.
But then it would be locked all the time to the public, and then they'd have to, just like if you wanna get in the prosecutor's office, I don't know if that's right, Unless
It's locked
it-
down, wasn't it? It's on there?
No, I was talking about out here.
Something wrong with that.
Yeah, well, as long as people know it's locked and they don't walk up and leave, and they know they can talk to somebody by pushing a button.
It's a public,
And then-
it can't be locked, I mean, I don't think it could be locked.
The what?
Like Brent said, I don't think.
No, it should be
It's not
open.
public, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Service.
well, we are too, really, I mean, I think we are, but certain times, probably, of course, we could probably turn that on and off, the
You can
automatic.
turn those sliders on and off.
Yeah.
However, we'll need to, get Christopher involved and find out. That, doesn't appear that is a ADA compliant door.
Actually, they're gonna do it.
Well, they're doing it since they're already talking about, going to, people that can't do the steps
Yeah,
in that building, so, yeah. Okay, Lisa, come on up.
yeah,
Your turn.
It was,
Just a second and separate and like.
Oh, okay.
It was one of those things while I was still thinking about it,
better say it now, 'cause it'll go away forever.
Mhm.
I'm gonna bring copies for everybody, so. I have copies.
Okay.
That's where the long sheet was.
Yeah, we're not going to know how to act.
I know.
This is all new to us, Lisa.
It was kind of telling them.
Well, then we're all good together.
Yeah, we're all in this together, there you go, we're all in this together. Heard that one before,
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
We're really pressed on time today.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Not knowing what all of you argued together.
Thank you, ma'am.
This is a totally different format.
Thank you. Yeah, this is a little different.
I did amend, the first quarters that I had sent to you. I'm ashamed to say it, I used 4 instead of 3, so 3 months instead of 4 for the quarter. Saw that after I had sent it to you. So there's an amended first quarter and the second quarter overall with all the CDs. The 4 CDs, we made $54,921.92 in interest. Those are all CDs over at Henry County Bank. I've got the report from Ohio Pool Collateral System to make sure that we have sufficient collateral to cover everything. I didn't know if you wanted to see those too, for all our deposits at the
I didn't
bank.
know it existed.
Yeah, I didn't know we didn't
Yeah,
have that.
You
that's all the state.
You probably saw Cal's ledger sheet that he brought to us,
Yeah.
so, yeah.
Works sufficiently, but.
Yeah, it was good enough.
So,
This is kind of neat, though.
So what does this, it means, tell me what this means.
It means that the bank is sufficiently, has enough collateral to cover should anything
Oh,
happen
okay.
with any of our deposits.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And we have to check that regularly, and the state
Yeah.
checks that regularly, so we haven't had any issues. There was one issue in February when I first took over, so I just had to call because we had deposits from first half settlement, some larger ones, so
Yeah, that would be.
I didn't call ahead of time. So they made sure that they were, first half collection was quite a bit larger than second half.
Yeah, if this would have been private businesses, but we also want to see on your board.
I'm sorry?
I said, if it was a private business doing that with a bank, would have asked for a seat on the board.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah.
Or being handled.
Yeah.
And then I gave you copies of each CD, what they earned when they were turned back in. I'm just not sure what all you want to see when I bring.
Oh, this, I like this. You could see what each one.
So really, those five CDs are really the short term.
The 4 CDs, yes. Mm-hmm. Usually 30 to 90 days is what we've been doing.
Are there any, by revised code, any limitation on the length that you could have?
Yeah, there are some limitations in how much you can invest. It's 3 years, don't quote me, that you can do. We do have some long-term CDs that were set up a while ago. I have a copy of that too in the back.
Yeah.
That roll over, 3 years and CDs that roll over, so. I have been researching more with the Star Ohio. I got a couple more calls I want to make. And then I have an appointment with some individuals that other surrounding counties work with to kind of diversify a little bit. So I just want to hear what they have to say and kind of look at things. I need to look at things a little more
Yeah.
before I make any drastic changes. And I like the fact that we're keeping it local.
Yeah.
There are a couple of other counties that like keep it within the county. So I'm just kind of looking at all the options.
Yeah.
For me, that's extremely important. We start local.
Yeah.
And local, Henry County.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then if we can't get what we need,
Yeah. And I don't know that,
Yeah.
I'm not real sure that, at one time, I think Star Ohio was a lot better than what like the Henry County Bank was paying us, but I'm not so sure that's even the case
They got a
anymore.
bigger pool, yeah.
Yeah.
Star Ohio
Yeah.
wasn't.
They were like .62, I think.
Because, we got some money in, the CCNO's got money at Star Ohio.
Mhm.
Tanya Justice over there, if you want to know anything about it, she's pretty new at it too yet, but she's really done a lot of studying
Yeah,
on
I've
it
talked
too.
to a couple people, there's some, they hold your money for a little while until everything clears, so I was looking at that
Yeah,
and how quickly you can,
can retrieve
it.
Yeah, yeah.
so I need a better
Yeah.
idea of what's going on before I make any
Right.
big
No, that's
decisions.
fine.
But Henry County Bank's always been good to me, and
Mhm.
You've got to have something, certain amount of money, whatever the levels determine, pretty liquid, so grab it just in case.
yeah, we've been keeping it pretty much, trying to keep something that we can liquidate every month, just not knowing what was gonna happen, so.
Yep. On the last page, Lisa, on that interest that has been rolled,
Mhm.
we have, since I've been commissioner, and we've been aware of that,
Mhm.
we have no problem.
Yeah.
I have no problem with it. I think in years past, and Bob, you jump in.
Yeah.
Is we're just letting this interest, because it is fair compared to interest rates now, is fair rate. We know it's there. It messes with the auditors when they come in, because they prefer to have it a certain way. But this is like a rainy day account for us. And that if we would encounter something from the general revenue side, this is where we can go. And
They've usually been fine as long as we have paperwork to give them when they come through for the audit, so.
yeah, and they always ask.
Mhm.
Well,
They always say, yep,
do you know?
we would do the same thing, so.
When they come and talk to us, it just got to the point where we just tell them, we know this is.
We know it's there, yeah.
And we want to leave it because of allowing it, being able to continue to roll it over. So, and then they're happy.
Yep.
Yeah.
But, I think, this is very sufficient, Lisa.
Yeah.
Now, do you want hard copies every time I come? Do you want the information emailed? How would you prefer it in the
Either you can
future?
bring copies or email it to me prior and I can make copies.
Okay.
Whichever you want to do.
Okay.
Better.
Yeah. And I replied to your email. Typically, we can pick two commissioners, for the true investment committee, and we probably should do that, but it seemed like, well, since I've been commissioner, Cal will just come out every quarter.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
It would just be,
Yeah,
three of us,
yeah.
and we would talk. But we probably should get it lined up with what it really should be. It's not that, the third commissioner can't have any input.
Right, yeah.
Let me know if you have something that you're
Yep.
working towards getting in the future, and we can look at different investments or whatever. Just be nice to know, if you want a doggy or anything, and,
On different times, we talk, that bridge, the money that we borrowed for the bridge, we talked about self-financing, and I know at the time, Cal wasn't opposed to it. We talked about other things, of self-financing, but ended up, we've gone other directions. And if we have, if we have the resources, we might as well pay ourselves.
Yeah.
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 Well, that's what I think, yeah.
And other than, I think that's the biggest one.
Yeah, and the payback on that is a fairly certain payback, that he's gonna take it out of his, gas tax, and since they got that gas tax increase, it's for sure there, now, so. Yeah, I wouldn't have a problem myself with paying that.
Also, we
paying
have,
ourselves back.
If we have any projects that come up would be,
Mhm.
and I know the Board of Elections, some of the CARES money they just got another installment, so that'll have to be put in an interest bearing.
I think what they got, 25,000. And they can use that interest, as long as it's for something that.
Yeah, you just have to keep it separate, so you'll have to keep separate logs and.
And that would be the same way with that $451,000 that commissioners got, would be interest on. We're probably not gonna let it set very long.
No.
So, the small, we have sent out some POs, and, actually had the first of some of the equipment that we were buying. We were helping, the health department with a mobile testing facility. Mark got to pick up yesterday. And, there's a trailer, a tandem axle trailer, like 16 foot that goes with it, and, some containers to haul, the vaccine. or
Yeah, I heard the coolers and
For
stuff,
the
that's on the radio this morning.
Yeah, and, a refrigerator to set over inside the health department with their two other, that when the vaccine does come, so they have room for it. So money's going out there. Jeff was leading our small business relief, fund committee, and they reviewed, how many was it? 44. And 44 people, 44 companies, individuals applied. That's going to, if they would spend all the money, would be around 191,000.
Yeah.
Hopefully by at least maybe the end of the month, which isn't too far away.
No.
By next Thursday, we may be able to at least possibly have a check in hand and make do a photo op type thing and make a presentation on that.
Okay.
But that would be, not quite half of the resources from the CARES, the current round of money that we were given. So it's exciting. I'm thrilled that we can have.
Yeah.
It's all too often the companies that get attention are the ones that are new coming into the area. And so they get all this stuff.
Yeah.
Not so much cash anymore.
Yeah, not so much cash.
Those days are usually, but sometimes use property tax.
Yep.
Money is money, whether it's cash or credit on taxes, that's money.
So almost
Well,
like,
that's the bottom line.
Right.
We participate
Right.
in almost every economic development deal that they do if they do their CRA, their community reinvestment. Because that basically, you start at 50%, chops the 50% off the property tax. And, so whether we actually ante up and give somebody a grant or not, it's just, And that's political, then that enters into a political discussion. I'm not going to go with it. But I've talked to Senator McCulley and Representative Hoops. It's been over a year ago, is that, even the CRAs, when it's anything dealing with property tax, the commissioner should be able to sign off on it.
Yeah.
I know Claremont County, Butler, Hamilton,
They all get signed off on it?
No.
They don't?
No, they're just going nuts down there.
Yeah, and that's not right. I mean,
At least, their intent is not to stand in the way.
Yeah.
But, we need to know what's going on, and, of course, it's money we didn't have.
Yeah.
However. So.
Yeah, it's not money we have, help with budgeting.
I think things are going pretty well here. You feeling more and more comfortable?
Getting there, yeah.
Takes time.
There's been a lot of new things and
Yeah,
a lot of dealings with the state right now, trying to get some things cleaned up and
Yeah, good.
things that have popped up.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
Yeah. And then Lisa gets to attend her first DOR this afternoon. So.
Yeah.
Those are fun.
Yeah. We only got 3 of them today, so it isn't gonna be too bad.
Yeah. Well, at one time,
They had over 100 that one year.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Had over 100 one year. Well, you might remember it, yeah, it was.
No, well, Kevin.
I
Yeah.
don't remember if, how many they had a lot of hearings.
They had a lot of hearings, man, oh man.
Yeah. It was very educational.
Yeah.
And,
I think the other time when I was on it, well, we might have had like 20-some that, because we met in 2-3 different days, I think, up there, and we did it up in the hall library.
yeah, I think the past few years, 3-4 years of that, has been 3.
Yeah,
It's just scheduling.
yeah.
Sometimes those that have an attorney like out of Cleveland or Columbus.
Need a little later, yeah.
We like to schedule it early. I think that's probably happened a few times.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes this stuff is done on purpose.
Great,
Okay,
good, Lisa.
Thank you very much.
thank you.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
Yeah.
You want me to email a copy of those too?
I'll make a copy of theirs,
Okay.
yeah. I sent it with the press.
See ya.
See ya. See you this afternoon.
Why don't you go ahead and start that Zoom?
Okay.
Eli will be on Zoom, and Andrew wants to come, because he's done his board of elections.
What do I click next?
What did you click on?
Start.
It was 2 there, though. X out of that first line.
You want me to amend it or leave it?
Leave that one.
Did you click on the bottom, over to the far left?
Huh?
Over, did you click on that? Down. There, no, down.
Oh, this one?
There.
Oh. I'm sorry. I didn't know there was 2 on. I wasn't paying attention.
That one was not deleted.
Oh, okay.
I did.
Note to self, Bob, more training.
Boy's about ready to move up, you know what? Yeah.
I want that.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that can happen. It can happen. Like that, not neat. Okay, we're waiting for people to come in, huh?
Yeah, Eli. Because this will be the first.
Yeah, I
met him.
I've never met him. Yeah, I didn't think we.
One time. Did somebody come in from, who's somebody that came in?
Their salesperson,
Oh, okay.
and he and a group of employees left and went somewhere else.
See, that's what held this up a little bit, didn't it? At that time when that
Kind of
happened?
just dropped off the face of the earth.
Yeah,
and-
yeah.
Okay, Kevin just sent out the latest spreadsheet of COVID expense. While we're waiting,
Has left the conference.
we can call Eric and see what he knows about those touchless.
Yours?
Yeah.
Huh. Try Eric, yeah, I don't know.
I
But the
don't,
way I understood yesterday what they were talking about, I didn't catch all that stuff, but that's the only kind of doors that would qualify for this funding, for the CARES funding, yeah. Would have to be touchless.
Like the ones with health square?
probably,
Yeah, because if you had to touch something, you're defeating the purpose, you know. So. Gotta do what you gotta do. Why am I pushing him? I could just sit. No, he's coming, you say? Is he coming?
Gary under him for maintenance. No. Everything's filed by first name.
That's what mine is too.
Mine is too, yeah.
Chances are usually put my first name in there. Yeah. I'll just put him on speaker.
Morning, Mike.
Hey, good morning, Eric. I got you on speakerphone. Bob and Christie and Jeff are here. Hey, you got, with the CARES Act money, we're talking about, the ADA doors.
Yeah.
For, CARES money to pay for that, they have to be touchless. Touchless.
Textless?
Yeah, touchless. So like, I would assume like the health department? We're,
Okay, electronic item, basically.
Yeah. Do you know as far as how, like out here for us, you know, we need to lock the door, but we're also going to go to, the electronic locks. Do those work with these doors?
You know? No. It's locked the door, but I don't know if they have it found. I'll ask you to hold the Jane, let's find out.
Yeah,
How that works.
yeah, and, you know, all the, he came through and looked at,
Yeah.
may change.
Yeah,
It probably will, so we're covered for sure with the CARES Act money.
yeah, if we're gonna utilize that money.
Yeah.
Okay.
And,
I will,
yeah, okay, and then Bob got you on the phone, you know, that main door there for, transportation needed to be replaced 10 years ago, but that's beside the point.
It is now in the contract.
I'm debating on whether we should consider touchless or at least an ADA compliant door, if nothing else, with the button.
for Buckeye,
Yeah,
that one should be ADA compliant because it has a ramp and it'll be a ground wall door, so that should be ADA compliant. Now, if you put a push button automatic open on it, that'll be a different story.
yeah. And, we also, the plan was to go to, electronic lock on that.
Uh-huh.
That's the plan, so all three doors to, Buckeye would have electronic locks. And, so before we even, give the go-ahead, probably should we'll need to find out from Christopher what type of set he's going to use in the door jamb.
Okay.
Because when you order the door, they can cut that,
To fit right away.
to fit.
Right.
You know, like,
Usually they order the door, with whatever Christopher wants for the automatic, for the power latch.
right, like for, Board of Elections.
Right, yep, yeah, they have a model number that they ordered for.
Yeah. Okay, so, yeah, if you would kind of, I know you're probably pretty busy when you have a chance, there's no hurry. We wouldn't be able to fund any of this until round 2 that we get from the state of Ohio, which will be hopefully sometime in the latter part of September. But at least give them some time to, for you to give them a call and to kind of come up with some ideas for us.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, 'cause I gotta get on it as soon as I can to get Jamie over here to get this training, so.
Yeah, and, you know, just, tell them to be brutally honest with us and what we can and can't do.
Okay.
Okay, thanks, Eric.
Yeah, we'll see you.
Yep, bye.
Bye.
Ooh.
Hello?
Good morning.
Is that Eli?
It is, yes.
Eli Glenn Miller. And, in the room is also Commissioner Bob Hostet and Commissioner Jeff Myers and our clerk, Christy Schulteis.
All right, perfect. I believe that, well, go ahead.
I was gonna say, Andrew Carnahan's not here yet.
I did, was gonna say Andrew.
Okay.
Oh,
I believe he was
Andrew.
gonna join.
Oh, who's Andrew is that?
So Andrew, he is, he's an account manager for IEP.
Okay.
And he's there somewhat to assist me and make sure that we're meeting all of your goals and all of the requirements you guys need, or the assistance you guys might need.
Okay.
But he's an account manager. Essentially, he's a quality control, let's call it that.
Okay.
For me.
He's
Yeah,
gonna come to the meeting, but he's not here, so I didn't know.
Let me, he was gonna go in person? I know he was in that area.
That's what he said. Somebody did call in though.
Yeah, let me send him a text message just really quick.
Okay.
I thought that was Todd Hill.
That was Todd the last one.
Yeah.
That's because calling information to come in.
Yeah.
No, I just don't use
I just saw him. The rest of it, I was wrong.
Let me see what he says. He's typing back right now, so.
Okay.
Okay.
I think he's here.
Oh, okay.
I think, yeah, must be him. That says IEP on his shirt, so that must be the, you're Andrew.
Yes, Mr. President,
You can,
I beg for your forgiveness, I went to the courthouse first.
That's okay.
So, that must be Eli. Hi, Eli,
Hi, how's it going?
it's going well.
Sorry, Andrew, I was taking the wrong answer.
No, it's always good to come to the courthouse.
Yeah, that's where you start.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Lisa, you're welcome.
yeah, it's,
Okay.
Mr. President and members of the board, thank you for having us today as well. It's good for me to get back to Northwestern Ohio as I'm a BG guy. So,
Okay.
it's almost like coming back home.
Yeah, good. Yeah,
And of course, the land of the prettiest courthouse is in Ohio too.
thank you.
we agree.
And before I take up too much of your time, if I can just compliment the thought of the county and taking what I assume was a shopping center, just centralizing everything. It's just a brilliant move. I've never seen anywhere before, but what a fantastic way to centralize your essential services.
Thank you.
Yeah,
We can't take all the credit, but we've moved a lot of them out here.
some commissioners that had the foresight to do that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, when they did it, the county was in severe financial issues, and it didn't go over real well. But this is a wonderful setup. I think it works very well.
And it'll make my next meeting at the Board of Elections very, very easy for me.
Yeah.
So, but no, this is a fantastic setup.
Yeah. Depending on how fast you walk, it might be a minute and a half.
Right.
Excellent. You guys all there?
Yep.
I apologize, we're doing the meeting through Zoom. I can't be there in person. But the main purpose of the meeting was to introduce you guys to Andrew, first of all. And then second is to discuss when we can have the project out for solicitation, and kind of the road and what's needed for us to be able to send this out for publication. So prior, I don't think you guys have done any work with us with this, with the TPA project, TPA contract we had, but since then, we now operate under a federal contract, and it allows us not only to save you guys money, but also to expedite and open the numbers of contractors we can have bid on the project. For this case, that's not going to be too much of an issue. I do know we do have a preferred contractor, and we're going to do everything we can to make sure that, I honestly believe they are the only ones that can bid this project the way that it needs to be done.
Yep.
With that said, with this new contract, in order to bid it out, we need to publicly advertise it on the newspaper just one time. And then the other thing we need to do you guys have a website?
Yes.
The other thing we need to do is we need to have it up on your website with a link to us, to the IAP, to where the project is, where the project can be viewed.
Eli, if I can interrupt you for one moment, please. One of the other things about the advertising in the newspaper of preference, so probably not the Blade, or would it be the Blade and somewhere else?
The papers we typically advertise in the Northwest Signal, which is
Yes.
our
Your local,
paper,
yep.
and then the Defiance Press News.
Okay. The reason, I'm sorry, Commissioner.
Yeah, that's typical of what we do.
The reason why I mentioned that is there's also with the bid on those newspaper sites, I'm not sure if you're aware, but there's also a website through the Ohio Newspaper Association that will automatically post that bid in addition to whatever publications it's posted in. So you get that one as a service of the newspapers doing it. So it's an additional place where folks can see the ad that is, just there across the state.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty neat.
I'm sorry, Eli, I didn't mean to cut you off there. Thank you, Commissioner.
Okay, Eli.
Yeah. So I do know we want to get this thing out to bid as soon as possible. Now I'm just looking at the calendar. Depending on when I can have the publication on the newspaper, it'll depend essentially when we could have the site visit, as well as when we can have the bill due. It is my goal to have it publicized or have out for publication on next week, the week of July 27th. Have the pre-bid the week of July, that would be the week of August 3rd, and then have the bids back the week of August 10th. guys be okay with that? So then,
Yep.
you know, potentially the week of, the 17th or so, we could have basically the proposals to you guys with the cost and all those good things.
So the bid opening would be August 10th?
Yeah, the bid opening would be a date on the week of the 10th,
Okay,
Chrissy.
thank you.
Yeah, so depending on when it goes out for publication, I believe for you guys, the site walk will probably be better. I think you guys are in there on Tuesdays and Thursdays, correct?
Yes, correct.
Alright, so I think that the opening, or the sidewalk would be either, let's see if we have it out to bid, so it would either be the 4th or the 7th. If we have it the 4th, then we could definitely have the bid due date on, let's say like the 12th or the 13th at the latest.
It would have to be the 13th. Would you come here for the bid opening?
Okay.
Is that how it's normally?
Well, the bid opening is not in person. The bid opening, they upload it to our website, and then our website won't let me see it. They can upload it at any time. Our website will not let me see it until that date and time. So we don't do it really. For the contract, we don't have to do that in person.
Okay.
They upload their proposals with the cost to the website, to Procore.
Will we wait to schedule?
Does that make any sense, or?
We've never done it that way, but I suppose we can. I don't know why not.
No, there's no reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have an issue
Well,
with
it's kind
it.
of like
Yeah.
Mommy Valley does it, sometimes they'll go to, they'll just tell us, recommend,
Yeah.
And for me, I can come out anytime you want at any step of the phase, or any phase in the process. So, you just tell me when you need me. Eli will work with the contractor, I will be your point person.
Okay.
On the government affairs side, then Eli and I will be talking all the time on this.
Okay. Well,
Right.
I think that's a reasonable, schedule to hit.
Yeah.
And because
Yeah.
it's just a matter of having the verbiage for the ad.
Yeah.
And we can have it in, the Northwest Signal
Yeah.
and run it once.
We only needed one paper.
Right, and some of the things, so I have a form that we typically put together. I'm gonna read some of the information I need. Let's see. Let's go back to bidding.
So Commissioner, just to, Mr. President, if I may real quick too, just to circle back on the ads, and you really look at it, the public advertising we placed on those two papers, the county website, our website, and then that state website, so really it's getting on 5 places with statewide coverage. So that covers all the requirements of the code, so
Okay.
you're good to go there.
Who writes up that ad, that bid ad? Who writes?
We will collaborate with you. Well, Eli, the question is, who will write the ad? We'll collaborate with them on the verbiage?
Yes. I plan on having that to you guys here within the next hour or so. I just need to know what newspaper you guys prefer, and then if you guys worked with them before, whether you guys, if you guys are gonna have to pay for it, whether you guys want to call them and reach out to them and do it on your site, or do you want IAP to do it for you guys?
We can take care of the ad.
Okay.
As long as we have what we need, we'll get it to the newspaper.
Okay, and then, do you guys, do you know what days they typically run?
I'm sorry.
So I'm just trying to get somewhat of a date, how soon we could get this out.
Yeah, every day except they're now, or they don't send it out.
So we have options, Eli, they run them every day in the two newspapers. except Friday.
Well, I think.
Okay.
Oh, it's defined different.
Yeah, there's Monday.
I think their day off is Monday.
I can check their schedule.
Isn't it?
So the quickest that we could have it out on publication would be Monday. Do you know if we have to get it in today in order to have it publicized on Monday?
It is a day, maybe 2 day cutoff now. For Northwest.
All right, so as of right now, we either have it publicized on the 28th or let's say 27th or 28th, depending. Okay, so if we do have it on the let's shoot for the 28th, so that'll give us more than 2 days if I get it to you guys today.
I think we'll get it in.
Then we could have, go ahead.
Hang on.
Eli, I'm gonna have, Christie, our clerk, call the newspaper just to confirm, and then we can set,
Okay.
based on what she finds out, we can set our schedule then.
Yeah.
Okay, that would be perfect, that would be great.
It'll save going through it
Another time, yeah.
Absolutely.
Are we doing it in both papers or just Northwest?
You want my opinion?
just New Northwest.
Yeah, I am just Northwest.
Yeah, because we get the, not only the website, but also.
Just the four, yeah, just the four,
So
Yeah.
it,
plus the county site, plus
Yeah.
our site,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
yeah.
we're exceeding standard in the code. So. I love your county flag and county seal, so it's gorgeous.
Thank you.
So I'm a flag collector,
Oh, yeah?
and I'm working on all 88 counties, so.
Cool.
Yeah. So that's my part, so you guys are on my list of ones that I need to get.
We gotta find one then.
I know there's one at the State House.
And there's one here, and they usually, when I go to, board meeting in County Commissioners Association, when they've changed them out, it's usually said, it's usually laying on the table where it's set.
Yeah.
And, there's one, I think it was last year I brought back.
Yeah, so we might have one here.
Yeah, I love the design. I love the Lady Justice from the courthouse right on top, and the Star for your townships, and
Yeah.
agriculture, and
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah, we, one of our local, sign painters did this for us.
That's very-
Asked her to do it, yeah, 'cause we have all this wall.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
And what I like is the simplicity of just the one color,
Yeah.
on the blue.
I love to see courthouses, that's my,
Oh, yeah.
and so we travel,
So Eli, Christie's on the phone with the paper right
and the
now.
people I travel with, that
Okay,
seriously, we're
perfect.
turning here, there's a courthouse over there, I can see it from here, we're going over there.
Do you want to deal with the
Well, I
copy
guess we'll
one?
get it in there by.
He's got one in his office, yes, he's got one in his office.
Tomorrow by noon, would get it in for sure on Tuesday.
Okay, that's perfect. So then we could shoot for running it on Tuesday. So if we run it on Tuesday, then that would actually work out for us, because then we could do the sidewalk a week after that, on the 4th. And then potentially have bids back on the 12th. We could do the RFIs in between then and have bids back on the 12th. So then I have the 13th to review, the 12th to review it and get it to you guys by the 13th. And then you guys can make a decision on how you want to proceed on that week.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
I know you guys, since you guys meet on Thursday,
Right.
but the 13th is a Thursday.
Correct.
So then you guys have the actual bids and the numbers that came in from the contractor. You guys can decide on how you guys need to proceed at that point.
Okay. That sounds good.
And I'll be out there with.
Okay, so let me run those dates. So publication, the 28th. Need to have it newspaper. So 7:24. I'm gonna put 10 a.m. just so we won't miss that. Publication on 28th. Oops. Oh, sorry, no. Oh, I'm looking at August. I'm sorry. I was like, wait a minute, those dates are not matching up.
I hate when that happens.
Yeah. I was like, wait a minute.
It happens too frequently.
It wasn't matching up with my Tuesdays and Thursdays there. I was like, wait a minute, there's something wrong. Alright, so that we could have the walkthrough on the 4th, August 4th.
Mm-hmm. What time are we thinking of that, Eli, 10 a.m.?
We could do 10 a.m. That works for 10:30.
Even better.
Let's shoot for 10:30. That way.
Is it something you guys will be going to also?
Yes. So we'll be there. We'll meet with the contractors and we'll review the scope of work. See if they have any questions or any concerns. So then I would do my RFIs. So we have the walkthrough on the 4th. I'm going to do my RFIs. I don't think that there should be many, and I want to try and get this thin bid out as quickly as possible. Kind of reduce the chances of somebody coming in and trying to distort the plan of attack we have here.
Yeah.
So I'm going to shoot for RFIs on Thursday the 6th. We do. The 6th, and then I'm going to have the bids due back to us on the 12th. At noon. And then my goal is to get it to you guys by the 13th, first thing in the morning, or end of business day of the 12th. Depending on if I need some clarifications on the bid, that'll be the only thing that might push it to the 13th, first thing in the morning.
Okay.
Okay.
We wanted to do this in that morning.
Yeah, that.
Now, who would Chrissy, would it be you that I reach out to?
That
In regards to where you guys are gonna put it on your website?
yes, please.
The URL that I'll need from you?
Yes.
Okay. What I'm going to do first is that I'm going to now put all those dates on the scope of work. I will get a URL to give to you, Chrissy, so you can put it on your website.
Okay.
Put that link on your website, and then I'll send you guys a brief description of what we're going to put in the newspaper, and you can put that same description on your website as well, and then send me we have to have both URLs on the newspaper that we send out for solicitation.
Okay.
So I'll send you a form, and typically on that form is what we send to the newspaper, and it's pretty self-explanatory, pretty easy to understand for them in regards to what they need to put on there.
So we'll have all the
Does
details.
that sound like, what was that?
It'll have all the details of the project.
Yeah, it will. Yeah, so typically what we do is, when we open one up, I had one open here earlier. So typically what we have is just a brief description of the scope of work. On there, we sometimes put whether the project is prevailing wage or it's not. On this one, I'm just gonna leave it open, and we're just gonna let the amount, the cost of the project determine whether it will be prevailing wage. Then we have the name of the project and the project number, the day that the sidewalk is scheduled for, and then we have the URL for IAP, and then we have some verbiage that says all attendants will need to email my coordinator, and then I have a date prior to when, just so I know how many people will be at the site visit. And then to access information, we have the name of the county, and then the URL that you guys are creating that'll have a brief description of the project.
Okay.
That's pretty much all the information we need on that. Do you guys have any other questions for myself?
We talked about how, once the project kicks off, clarify for us what your involvement will be. Will you be acting as just go ahead. I won't even throw anything out, just go ahead and explain what your involvement will be.
All right, so my job and responsibility is to essentially give you a turnkey project. IAP will be responsible for managing the project with you, working with the contractor. I know and understand on this one, might be a little different because I'm hoping that the contractor we get is the one I spoke to, and he has a relationship with you guys. But regardless of all that, IAP will be the one managing the project and working together with him and you as a team to bring it to a successful completion. I will be making sure the daily logs are entered. I will be making sure that the invoices are correct as we enter them. If there's any issues or any review of change orders and things of that nature, those are things that I will deal with the contractor prior to bringing it to you and ensure that it's a legitimate change order, not that I see that being an issue in this project. I'll be reviewing and approving all the invoices. Essentially, this is a turnkey project where you can have as much or as little involvement as you like. And what I mean by a turnkey project is that from beginning to end, IAP is responsible for ensuring that the project is done correctly. My goal on this one is to potentially have either conference calls or in-site visits every 2 weeks because of how long this project will expand. I will also be ensuring that the contractor is working correctly with an engineer. My intent is that they use Polemeyer on this one, and that we are having their design be what's installed and done in the project.
And if I may...
Once again, on your guys' side, you guys will have as much or as little involvement as you like.
Okay.
And that's where I come into play. So I will be working side by side with Eli on this project, whereas I'm the elected official's voice to the project. So Eli is the point of contact for the construction side. I'm your point of contact, so if there's any issues, you have my card, you can reach me day or night, and then I get to Eli and we resolve it for you.
When we first, found out about IAP, one of the things, usually for myself and through my business career, is I recognize quickly I don't know everything about everything. And one thing I recognize about us as a county, and this isn't, we're a small county, we don't have a county administrator.
Right.
We are,
Yeah.
you know, we are the HR department, we're a number of things.
Yeah.
So, having IAP come alongside and act as the project manager takes a huge burden off of us.
Mm-hmm.
And had we had those services available in 1996 and 97, when the courthouse was renovated,
Mm-hmm.
we wouldn't be fixing some of the stuff
That we're fixing now.
We're
Yeah.
fixing now.
Yeah. Or that we have fixed already, up to this point, yeah.
And, so, Eli, I just wanted to clarify, because Commissioner Hofstad and myself were, involved in initial discussion along, and Commissioner Myers, is new, started in March, and, just so he understands also, but that's what.
Mr. President, members of the board too, what makes Eli and I such a good team for you is that I have a local government background. So I speak your language, and I also understand and Eli raised this point, we can help get you the best bang for your buck. We will, with our national contract that we have. And if there's one thing I know about Northwestern Ohio values, it's that, county budgets are looked at like dining room table budgets for the people of Northwestern Ohio. So we're going to do what's best and most fiscally responsible for you. Also, too, with this project, given the nature of the courthouse, you have a historian's eye, too, watching it with Eli for you.
Yeah.
Knowing that, with my local government background, I can help to, like I said, advocate for you to Eli on the construction side as what's best and what you all desire.
Okay.
And that is greatly appreciated and for us needed.
Our pleasure. And Eli and I have worked on a couple of projects together since I came aboard, and we're a pretty good team, I would say. I hope you would agree, Eli. So.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. The other thing that I mentioned, that I do like to always bring up and clarify is that we will be taking care of your prevailing wage. For this project, just because the project costs, there will be a prevailing wage report. To me, a prevailing wage project, to me, putting that on an ad is just costing us more money. We know and understand why it's a prevailing wage project. There's no need to advertise the scope of works. Kind of tells people when it's a prevailing wage project and when it's not. And that's something that I would cover at the sidewalk, just to make sure that if anybody's bidding it, that everybody's bidding the prevailing wage if it's over that $75,000 threshold. But that's something that we'll take care of as well. And once we have the project moving forward, I plan on doing another meeting with you guys to talk about things such as when do you like to see the invoices in for your guys' review and approval, as well as who is the person that I need to get prevailing wage documents to, and whether they want it at the end of the project or how they want to receive those. Okay. And then I've also, once we have the project ready to move forward with the PO, then we can also determine some of the meetings and some of what your involvement will be. But at the end of the day, this project is my responsibility. And that's something that I take very hard. I always say, I like to say project ownership. Once I have a PO, it's you entrusting me to ensure that this project will be completed correctly, in a timely manner, and successful as well. And I know that from what we spoke about, this project is one that's not going to be done in a couple months. It's something that it might expand, and we're completely ready for that. Look forward to working with you guys and developing a relationship and delivering your successful project at the end of the day.
If it's our preferred contractor, we know we'll expand.
And Mr. President, if I may too, to echo what Eli is saying, the way I look at this is, you bring us aboard, we now work for the people of Henry County as well. So we're gonna deliver to the people of Henry County, the level of quality and service that they've come to expect and that you demand. So we're gonna all be a team, but with those expectations of the people, now that we can say we all serve.
Yeah, great. Eli, we mentioned earlier, about meetings. We don't necessarily have to meet face to face, doing Zoom.
Okay.
With
That works.
especially video, works very well. There's a few of us that kind of fall in that category of very susceptible to things, and so we're as much as we like to have people say, the way we're set up, and Andrew can confirm, is he's 6 feet from me, he's 6 feet from our clerk, and so forth.
Yeah.
And,
No, absolutely.
so we're not opposed of using Zoom. It has worked extremely well for us.
That's great. That's great. That definitely works, and it helps me. Regardless, though, I do need to be there on site to approve the invoices. That's one thing that I've always said about my project. I need to have ownership of them. I need to be there on site. But regardless, when I set my meeting up with you guys, we could do it over Zoom, or various other ways. I think, that this whole pandemic has opened the doors for different ways of doing things. And still being able to do it successfully, so.
And this has worked out for me today since I had to be right next door at 11, so.
Not a waste
Don't you
trip,
burn with one stone.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, so, again, using the technology, we are firm believers in it. We have just as a side note, early on, the Supreme Court encouraged, the county courts and other municipal courts to quit doing as much in-person as they could. Our family court jumped all over it. She uses, as far as with our Zoom contract, she uses more minutes herself than the rest of the county combined.
Oh, wow. Well, that's nice.
And the attorneys like it because they can stay in their office and they're not travel time. They're not dealing with
emailing documents.
in a family court situation, you have, say, a custody hearing for children. You have the two families there. It seems like the whole clan shows up. So you're already in a very charged situation. So we're in the process of setting her court up so she can sit at her bench and have court. So again, just to confirm that we have no problem with Zoom, but we will meet face to face. There's no doubt about it.
I'm not scared of you.
So, do you have anything else for us, Eli?
No, just that I will be getting some of this information to Christie here as soon as possible. I know a deadline is tomorrow at noon. I'd like to get that into them as soon as possible. Just so we can all be on track and get this project moving forward. I know it's one of you guys been wanting and trying to figure out for a long time now. I'm glad that we could be of service and we can assist you guys in bringing this project to a successful completion.
Yeah, so are we. We had a number of curveballs thrown at us that we had to adapt to, and didn't know particularly what the impact of our budget was going to be. But we're in a safe position that we can go ahead with this project. Plus, we want Lady Johnson fixed so we don't pick her up off the ground some after some storm.
Oh, yeah, no, definitely not.
Well, Mr. President, too, that's a public monument.
I've been to your courthouse a couple times, and it's a beautiful courthouse. And I'm glad that you guys are doing what you guys can to preserve it and ensure that, many can enjoy it for years to come.
Yeah, we're excited about it. My grandchildren, 12 and are excited about this. When are you gonna start? When?
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah.
Mr. President, you know, too, courthouses represent the pride, especially in smaller counties. And, you know, this county is in some good company with some beautiful courthouses in Hancock and in Wood and Lucas counties as well. You know, I know, having worked in Cuyahoga County's courthouse once upon a time, that, lots of boards of commissioners throughout the state go, we don't want to go the way of a county to the east that had courthouse issues about 15 years ago.
No.
You know, we don't want to go down that road, and we want to preserve these beautiful historic structures and let your grandchildren's grandchildren enjoy them.
Yeah.
You know, this county's been around 200 years, that courthouse has been around about 150, 140 of it. Let's give it, a couple some life on it.
Yeah.
It is a beautiful building. Growing up, if you remember being at the Henry County Fair, the fairgrounds in the south part of the city here, on the Ferris wheel. When you get to the top, you see the courthouse. That was always special.
Big deal.
Well, Eli, thank you very much. Excited about moving ahead with this project and getting going. So thank you for calling in. I appreciate it.
No, absolutely, thank you guys. And Christie, I will get this stuff to you hopefully within the next hour and a half or so.
That's good.
And I have something out in the car for all of you, so if you're excusing us, okay.
And Eli, Christie will be the primary contact for the commissioner's office.
Correct.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, thank you guys.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mike.
See ya.
Anytime. Bye.
Okay, that was important, getting that.
Yeah.
That's, he confirmed what we had thought and why we considered them.
Yeah.
Is that they're gonna manage.
I like that whole,
This was, just tell it to stop converting.
oh, we can?
We don't need to.
We don't need to, okay.
No, and I don't know if there's a default setting that,
Maybe I'll have to pay attention.
yeah, it says it automatically just starts recording.
Okay.
And I'm not sure where the files at, I don't know.
Yeah.
I would imagine it might be on a Zoom server somewhere. Because the commissioners in, I think the Williams County Commissioners, they use Zoom and let it record, and then they pull it,
And,
download it,
yeah,
and then publish it.
and then, okay,
Mhm.
like out on the web then, they put it on or didn't put it on? Okay, okay.
I don't know.
That's what city council does too, don't they? All of a sudden, I've been getting them sent to me on my,
YouTube.
on YouTube.
I don't think it is Zoom, I don't think.
Yeah, and you can upload it to YouTube. but-
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what church does.
Yeah, well, that's exciting.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the good stuff. We got it.
So how's China? Thank you, Madam Clerk. You're welcome.
You always take care of the.
I try.
Take care, yeah, you take care of the clerk, that's the one that takes care of it. Thank you, sir.
My pleasure. And
Cool.
you all know how to get a hold of me, so if there's
Yeah,
anything,
we will.
and I will happily be your voice.
Well, wonderful. Hopefully in the not too distant future, we'll be able to shake hands and.
Very good.
And then when this is done, we'll celebrate it with a ribbon cutting and a cake and all that.
Yeah, we're going to get some publicity of when Lady Justice comes down.
Yep.
I would like to, one thing to keep in mind, kind of depending on, the political climate.
Mm-hmm.
It's been discussed, well, we probably don't think it's a good idea, we just get her on a trailer and get her out. We'll kind of see, but something this important,
Yep.
to the county,
Mhm.
is maybe we can have a couple-day viewing.
Yep. Well, Mr. President, if you need help writing that press release, let me know. Also, just know too, that there's probably some Ohio History Fund grants available if you need some restoration, that I can help you write.
Okay.
So,
That's interesting.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
If there's a great.
If we need to have that conversation as well, just let me know.
well, we know there's restoration that's necessary because her left arm.
Yeah, the one holding the stick.
Yeah, she's getting in bad shape.
Wasn't, Jeff was up there.
Yeah, he was up higher up, yeah.
Okay.
It's starting to, is it rotting?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, if I may, chat with some colleagues at the Ohio History Connection, see if this would fall under the purview of their Ohio History Fund grants that they would award in February. And then if so, I will circle back with you, Madam Clerk, and, come up with something for that too.
Very much
We
appreciated.
can save the people of Henry County a few more dollars.
Sure.
Do what we can.
Yeah.
So,
And it is a piece of history, that's for sure.
and we save history, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Save history.
Exactly. And that's what our legacy is we've helped preserve.
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes, we do.
Excellent. Thank you, Mr. President, under the board, Madam Clerk.
Right.
I will be next door.
All right, thank you, sir.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you. We'll see you soon.
Okay.
We'll see you on August 4th.
All right.
Sure. Okay, should work on the screen.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, that was good.
That was good, yeah.
I feel,
Better?
yeah, much better.
We got an idea of what, I think this is exactly what we were aiming for, have somebody keep an eye on that thing, 'cause, oh,
It's a lot.
it's a lot,
And
it's a lot.
that's what, you know, not to be, well, I'm gonna be easy again. With the renovation, there wasn't.
No.
There was no oversight of
That's how,
anything, the subs, any of it.
yeah, that tile wouldn't have been in there the way it was, that was just disgusting. When I saw that, I thought, oh my God, that was just,
The, area where Gwen's conference room is at, which was the engineer's office, that whole wall, you couldn't keep plaster, you couldn't keep paint on it, it would just fall. It's because the sandstone was sucking up the water that laid up there, and, didn't drain away.
there was no drainage,
But
yeah.
once we,
It fixed it,
yeah.
it fixed it, yeah,
I don't know if you remember, it was opened up for a while.
Yes.
yeah.
Because the sealer that was used, well, the stone had to kind of dry out.
Yeah,
And then the sealer was very temperature sensitive, and the threshold was, I
Yeah.
think the low end was 70 degrees.
yeah, yeah,
There was some.
And they painted that all over it.
Bill found.
yeah. Yeah, that Bill found, yeah,
It's amazing what
what he can come up with.
he
yeah.
comes up with.
Yeah. But it's, but if we wouldn't have done that, it was a matter of time until them sandstone could have possibly given out down there,
Yeah.
you know,
And
and
it soaked up enough moisture where they could have frozen.
freezing, and then they would crumble. And then you got a mess. Wow. I thought, I woke up in the middle of the night thinking, what if those would have ever crumbled? My God, we'd have a terrible mess there.
No. We did too, but we covered. So,
Yeah.
wonderful. All right, anything else, Christie? Good. Jeff?
No, sir?
No.
How about, let's try something.
Yeah.
Let's try motion to adjourn.
All right.
I will make that motion.
I'll second. I'll second.
Okay, Christie?
Jeff White?
Yes.
Bob Hudson?
Yes.
Yes, we are adjourned at 10:15.